question about what actually happens within the programs. What are the content of the program? So you're going to, in STEM, you're going to stand at the bench, or you're going to be in the library most of the time. But in terms of content, what do you do in a German PhD program?
So perhaps I can comment on that since I'm in the program myself. So it's very well-rounded, not only in terms of everyday work, coming to the lab, performing your experiments, and how you imagine a scientist to work, but also we've got, as I briefly mentioned earlier, we've got seminars that are hosted by professors, research group leaders, that are either affiliated with the grad school program or are part of the faculty. Or they will also have invited speakers. We recently had the Nobel Prize winner for chemistry here in Munich. I actually found out when he was here giving us a talk, so that was fantastic. Also, there are method trainings. So since I started my PhD, obviously I didn't know most of the techniques that I'm performing now for my PhD before I started it. So you can just, there are training programs where you can contact another lab that might have this special cutting-edge technology set up, and you can just say, could I please learn this and that, and you can decide a time and just shadow someone, learn it, which is fantastic because obviously learning it yourself without any supervision can take ages. There are lots of different things really, but I would think for me the things that are most beneficial are these seminars and the method trainings. You can also set up collaborations as well, but I think this is a very individual-based case, so I won't cover it very much.
Yeah, so I think in general also really a structured graduate school, as it says, has a structure, and an important part of that is I think also the thesis advisory committee. In short, we say TAC. And this means that really the beginning of your PhD, of your doctoral studies, as we should say it in Germany, is really to find out, also to establish this committee, which we will do together with your supervisor, but you will find two external people who will guide you through the process of your PhD, and who will actually, you will have presentations to your advisory committee regularly. I mean, for us it's like after 6 months the first time, and then every year, and then at the end these will be also the ones who give you some guidance in where you are, and that will also be very helpful at times where questions occur, where like is this project the right one to pursue, etc. And then as to all the offers, of course there are offers of courses. You go to conferences as well. That's also part of the program, is that you actually will also participate in international conferences, and that also credit is given, which I find personally very important, to your extracurricular activities. So within the credit points, so to say, that you get, which is really not difficult to get together, because if you just do a minimum of training and development, you'll have enough at the end of the 3 years. But some importance is really given to, for example, science and society initiatives, to organize a conference, to set up a journal club, to do things on your own initiative, to maybe organize things for the students community, etc. And I think that's also part of your PhD.
I think the last point is very important. If you think of in terms of an employer for your future job, they are exactly looking for such abilities. Organize something, for example. For them, that's much more important than your actual PhD work. What also comes with that is we actually concentrate a lot on career opportunities. Very often PhD students, they are basically dug in their books, their research, and don't know what is out there once they have finished their PhD. And we try to give them the information by excursions, retreats, and so on. And I think most graduate schools do exactly that. One last thing to add is most graduate programs in Germany, and probably worldwide, are research-oriented, which means that you have most of your time for your research and just some time for example, mandatory things that you would have to do each week. Otherwise, not only the PhD students but also the professors would start to complain.
Okay, that's very good. So there's a lot of opportunities within the PhD programs, but again, it's I suppose very individual. You have to look what is on offer.